Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm sorry my hair is a mess again. Alright, so I'm gonna do a tutorial of the best-selling makeup on e.l.f. This is e.l.f.'s website. So let's get started really quickly. I'm going to do a little bit of eye cream. This is not the e.l.f. eye cream. It's a eye cream. So I'm gonna do my sunscreen before my moisturizer today. And I'll tell you if I agree and think it should be a bestseller or if I disagree. And I'll tell you why if I disagree. Alright. So while I'm letting that sit, the first bestseller that I'm going to talk about is the e.l.f. Invisi Stick SPF 50, which I do believe this is a bestseller for a good reason. It's so easy to blend. I blend it out because, of course, I don't want to waste the stuff. It's so easy to blend. I love how it's a stick, so it's easy to travel with. And that's what I look at too, is this stuff easy to travel with? Because, you know, I am going to start traveling more. But we're not doing a Comic-Con next year though, because I'm not going to be able to get the money for Comic-Con next year. And this stuff does not break me out. I don't think any of the sunscreens break me out. So that's the good news. Oh. So I still gotta talk about this at the end too. Which, I mean, I talked about it. Should I? Oh, I'm just gonna do that since. Okay. Gonna let that soak in. While we let that soak in, I'm gonna brush my hair. So we still gotta let the eye cream soak in too. Yeah. Alright. So today I'm gonna finally be able to use all my brushes. That's pretty soaked in. Alright. So I'm also going to go into the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm, which is another bestseller, which I completely agree with. It's so moisturizing to the lips. It does give a like slight purple tint to the lips, but it's not too much. And this is all the makeup I have left to use. So, alright. Now this was not on the bestsellers, the fragrance-free face cream, but the e.l.f. bronzing drops were, so that's why I have the face cream out. Again, just getting, probably put like half of that. And then like 2 drops of these. 1, 2. These are good. I definitely agree with them being a bestseller. I mean, they're extremely pigmented. And they work as a bronzy moisturizer or straight up as a bronzer. I've tried them both ways. I like them with the moisturizer though. So that's what I prefer. And it just gives a bronzy glow to the skin. Add some on my neck too. Just so I'm not wasting product. And voila. So I'm gonna let that sit onto my skin. But I definitely agree with the bronzing drops being bestseller. And I love how it has the antioxidants and the sunflower seed oil, which are good skin benefits. So, alright. Okay. So now we're going into brows. The first one, I completely agree with. The e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And taupe. This is perfect. So of course, I'm gonna fill them in like I normally do. So at first I thought this was hard to work with, but you just gotta warm it up. So as you work, it warms up. Alright, So then I'm going to do something different because I'm always dragging my brows down, which is dragging my face down. So you want to drag everything upwards. Or more lifted. Which is what you do the hair like strokes. And for some reason this brow like hurts, so so I'm blending everything out. But I love this brow pencil. It's definitely one of my favorites, and I do believe it should be a bit. So that reminds me, my husband just texted me because I sent him a picture. So I sent it to my aunt, my dad, and my husband. So while I was trying to get ready for this video, my bathroom door opens because I leave the bathroom door open. The bathroom door unlocked while I'm getting ready for tutorials for the cats. So, no, of course, I leave it open and unlocked so the cats can come in if they please. Well, of course, Camo, she's a mama's girl. So, of course, she comes in. And when she comes in, she decides she's going to jump onto the side of the bathtub. Okay, well, nothing unusual there. She normally does that. She likes that bathtub. Like, she loves the side of the bathtub. And she loves trying to balance on anything. Well, then she decided she was going to jump into the bathtub. Just straight into the bathtub. I'm like, well. And my husband just told me to give her a bath. I'm like, I'm not pushing it. I'm not pushing it on that one. This brow really, like, this really hurts, like, right in the brow area, so. And then I have the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Brow Gel. I don't know how to feel this way on this one. I have taupe as well. With this one as well. It's just, there's no hold. It's just a tinted brow product. And I'm like, to be called a brow gel, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. Like, to be called a brow gel, I guess I expect it to have some hold. I don't know if tinted brow gels have hold or if it's just for more color or what. But this is not my favorite product. I don't know why it's a bestseller. I just don't get it. So we're gonna let that dry. And then I'm going to go into the e.l.f. Lock It Down eyeshadow primer, which is also a bestseller. I mean, if it's in this video, it's a bestseller besides the eye cream and the face cream. Which I definitely believe this deserves to be a bestseller. I completely agree with this being a bestseller. This is really good. It keeps my shadows in place. So I found out that it's just normal for the crease to crease. And a piece of dead skin on my lip. So got that. So I'm going to use 3 different crease brushes, 2 for the same shade, because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So this one, and we're going into the e.l.f. Bite Size palette, which I also agree that it deserves to be, I'm going into this cream color, it deserves to be a bestseller. It's so pigmented, so blendable. It definitely deserves to be a bestseller. And we're gonna do the eyes a bit different today. I also got my tempered blending brush too. Then I'm going into this brush, back into that cream color. I guess I want this color more pigmented. And then going into my tempered blending brush. And I'm also going to use this brush for the brown. And of course I'm cleaning my brushes every week now. So it's not a big deal. Okay. Now I'm going into this crease brush. I'm gonna go into the warm tan brown. Now I'm going into my tampered blending brush first. And then going into that other brush. To add more of that brown. Of course, blending it again. Crap. Alright. And here's where things are going to get different. I'm going to take my medium shader. Going to go into the cool tone brown. Put it all over my lid. Alright, that eye is done. Then I'm going to take my all over lid brush and do the same thing on the other side. But I'm using both brushes. Alright. Alright, taking my blending brush, going to blend it to make sure there's no harsh lines. My detail brush, dipping into the Lush shade. Putting it on the outer corner like normal. Blending it all the way into that crease. Blending it. I was gonna do this look yesterday, but then life got in the way. Didn't expect cleaning to take so long. I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Alright. Taking my blending brush again. Okay. Nope, I still need my blending brush. But like I said, I definitely believe this is a bestseller for a reason. So, now eyeliner. The e.l.f. Smoky Cool Eyeliner and Brownie Points.
You're using the bathroom?
No.
Can I?
Yeah. Alright, sorry. So, I'm back. But as I was saying, I definitely believe this deserves to be a bestseller. It's very creamy, it's very pigmented, it does last longer in the waterline. With me having watery eyes, it's so hard to find something that's gonna last in my waterline. And this definitely lasts in my waterline. So, it's definitely a new favorite of mine, and it definitely deserves to be a bestseller. So if you go on the e.l.f.'s website, and you go down and go to bestsellers, there's all bestsellers, makeup bestsellers, e.l.f. skin bestsellers, and then eyes, lips, and face. You can do all makeup, or you can do the category, which all makeup is just going to tell you what's in the category. Or you can look it up by category. I'm not gonna tightline today. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Because I only tightline when I do eyeliner on top. And since I'm not doing eyeliner on top because there is no liquid liner. Alright, now I'm going to curl my lashes. Oh. Alright. Now I'm going into the e.l.f. Incredicurl, which is another one of the best sellers. The other one was the lash extender, which I already used the lash extender this week. Okay. This is much better this week. Like last week I had a little bit of difficulty. So this is so much better. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's definitely better than last week, but I gotta try it more. But based on what I can see and what I have tried, it definitely deserves to be a bestseller. While I'm at it, I'm gonna pop off my eyeliner just to really make it stand out. Okay. So now that I am done, I'm gonna go into my micellar water. And clean up underneath my eyes. There. Alright. Got that. Alright. Alright. So now that eyes are done, face. I have the e.l.f. Power Grip primer with 4% niacinamide. All 3 Power Grip primers were bestsellers, but I'm going to use the one I haven't used yet this week. This is so much easier to get out than the original, and it's more liquidy. You can see it's like running down my face, but I definitely do believe this deserves to be a bestseller. And it's eating through, like, look at that. It's eating through the bronzing drops. Crazy. Like eating through the bronzing drops. That's crazy, but by itself, it's good, and I definitely believe all 3 of them deserve to be bestsellers. So, alright. I'm going to let that sit for a minute, let it activate the grip, and then we'll go into the second primer. Alright. Excuse me. Okay. e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer is the next bestseller. I definitely believe this deserves to be a bestseller. It definitely blurs the pores. That liquid texture is very hydrating. So it's very blurring. I love it. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna let that sit. And then we'll go into the next bestsellers. Which are the camo color correctors, which I definitely believe all 4 of them deserve to be in the best-selling range. They are creamy, they are easy to work with, they are blendable. They do what they're supposed to with the blurring. With the blurring, it definitely helps. I forgot a spot. My dad and husband just don't understand the concept of makeup. Cause like I buy all these products and they're like, oh, I thought this was the concealer, the difference between concealer and foundation. You don't want to put foundation underneath your eyes. You leave that for your concealer. Well, they thought you put foundation underneath your eyes. And I'm like, nope, that's for concealer. Like, And then going into the yellow one. Any donuts? Any donuts or purple hues? Which, like I said, these all deserve the best-selling range. Then I'm going to take the peach one. Under my eyes for concealing dark circles and the brightness under the eyes. So, definitely really good in there. Got that. So like I said, I definitely think this deserves, oh crap, eyes aren't done, the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. Got it again. Definitely deserves the best seller title as well. It's very pigmented. This is in the shade Perfect Pearl. It's very pigmented. It's a great, this shade itself is a great brow bone and inner corner highlight. It's very creamy. It definitely doesn't budge, so it's good. I'm gonna take this brush with the e.l.f. HD powder, which definitely deserves the best-selling powder title alongside the e.l.f. Halo Glow. Both of them are nice. This is very blurring. Very blurring and mattifying. So. I'm not kidding. Again, helps makeup last longer. I just don't like the fact that it's so finely milled, so it's okay. So now gonna go into my 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Fair Warm. Here, 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 here for a facelift. So same thing over here, 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 here. Just for a facelift. And this definitely deserves to be a bestseller. It is great. It's a matte formula, but it also doesn't allow my oils to come through, so it's very matte. I know that it can be sometimes drying, but for my skin with the combination skin, it's actually good for me. I mean, I use skin prep and I use skincare, so it's like, it's not a big deal. first tap that under eye concealer out. I'm gonna do both sides and feather it. I should have got my sponge. Done already. Okay. And then kind of feather this back. I know it looks weird because it's got that. Let me feather this back. I might be telling you wrong. I gotta look at the video again, and if I am, I will fix it. But for now, then you want to blend it with the sponge. And I need to do my Nair treatment again. Starting to get facial hair again. Then do the other side. Feathering it back. Then feather this part back and feather this part back. You want to feather everything back and up for that lifted effect. And just blend everything with the sponge so it doesn't get too heavy. Now, the e.l.f. liquid contour and bronzer in Fair. This, I definitely believe, deserves to be in the best selling. I'm going to use my contour brush for this too. Again, I want to blend that back. Get that lifted look. It's pigmented. It's definitely pigmented. Like, come on. Lifted. Okay. Anyways, it's pigmented. So a little goes a long way, so this is going to last you a while. Here and here. So upwards. It's definitely a cool tone contour, so okay. I love it. Alright, for the forehead, we're going to blend the opposite way. So here and here. And we're going to blend this that way. And we're going to blend it around. So then we get that, still get that lifted face effect. This way down. Using my sponge again to blend that out. Okay. Then here and here for the jawline, and do it back, lifting it. And blend with the sponge. So but yeah, I definitely believe this is a great bestseller. The contour wand was another bestseller, but I decided to do this since I already did the contour wand. I mean, technically I already did both, but it's fine. So everything is snatched now. Besides my nose. I need my nose. Which I forgot the concealer on my nose. How could I forget that? Let that marinate while I get my concealer brush out here. Need more. Blending it out this way is going to keep the shape. Then I'm going to take my nose contour brush. I'm going to blend this out and blend this part out and this part down. Alright, so, and then blend this part down. Alright. Alright. So we're not done. So the next bestseller was the e.l.f. Share For It Blush Tint. I'm gonna get this brush ready. So this is the shade Left on Red. I'm going to put it here and here. Wow. That stains quick. I can try to get it to even out with my sponge. I don't think it will though. Okay, that is definitely a tint. But I kind of like it because it it's still blended out. This definitely deserves to be a bestseller. Like, it's still blended out. It just that stains quick. There's like a dot on my face, but it blended out. Still blended out. The next best selling thing is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Highlight Wand. I have mine in liquid gold. And of course we're still doing the lifted face. So besides that, I'm gonna do it here. Gonna lift this part too. Doing it where I did that concealer. So it's a highlighty concealer. And right here. But like I said, I definitely think all three of these deserve to be bestsellers. I mean, not everybody's going to agree with me, but there's some that do. So just to give a little color to the face after powder, I'm going to still use a powder blush afterwards. Just to give a little something to the face afterwards. But this tint definitely stains and it definitely works. It just stains so fast. But it works. So. Alright. I don't care if it's even anymore. So I'm going to use this brush today to apply it. Then use a stippling brush to stipple it out. So I'm going into the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation in the shade Fair Warm. which definitely deserves to be a bestseller. It is a great foundation. And my camo color corrector in blue. So I'm literally just wiping this onto my brush. And then actually, I see me using more product that way. So that'll only be when I need heavy coverage. So I'm going into my stippling brush. This is a lot of work. I'm telling you right now. It is a lot of work to do this, but it is worth it in the end. It's all worth it in the end. People at the bar that I play pool at go, how do you get your makeup to look so flawless like that? I'm like, time and energy. Which half the time I don't even have the energy to do anything. So, gonna let that marinate. They didn't have a powder blush as a bestseller, which is unfortunate. So. Alright, I'm gonna take my sponge now. I'm gonna lightly dab over everything. Make sure it's really in the hairline. So, got that. Okay. So of course we're gonna bake with the HD powder again. So first I'm gonna take my powder brush here. I'm gonna set down here on my neck. And then taking my powder puff, which is the purple one today. Whew. It always dumps out too much. See how fine it is? So annoying. I'm gonna let that sit for like a few minutes. I'm gonna go over this with my setting brush. I forgot a brush to put back. My face looks so weird. Alright, I'm gonna take my setting brush. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna finish up the eyes. I'm just gonna take the darkest brown in my shader brush. And smoke my entire bottom lash line with this color. It looks like we're gonna have to redo eyeliner too, so before we blend that out, I'm gonna, it's just my eyes get so watery with eyeliner in, so then taking my blending brush, I'm going to blend it. Little. Alright. Doing the same thing over on the other side. They're not even. It's okay. Before blending, blend. This is my least favorite shadow look that I did. At least I tried. Hopefully this shadow stick can save it. Not by much. So, but it works. I can. Hey, baby girl. So now I'm going into the e.l.f. powder blush. Again, this is not a bestseller, but it's something. I don't think they really had a bestseller. Like I said, had a best powder blush seller. So. Of course, I don't have a powder bronzer, which they didn't even have. It was all pretty much cream. I know they don't have a powder highlighter, so no, that's not gonna be. No, that's not even an option for bestseller, but. It's not really hiding that dot all that well. I got a camo with me, or I did. I scared her. Alright, now I'm going into the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner. In Truth or Dare. This is a very creamy pigmented lip liner, so this definitely deserves. And the Glow Reviver Lip Oil Glimmer Finish in Opology Tour. Which, this is so pretty, so it definitely deserves the title as well. Why don't you do it again? I want to show you really quick. Hi! Who's on me? But now, this last product I don't agree with, but I like how it has that ball too. But this is the Sun Touchable All Set for Sun setting spray. This was the only other best-selling setting spray. like, can't open up your eyes while it's drying because it will get in your eyes and it irritates. And it just... What are you squeaking about now? My cats don't meow, they squeak. But it has a strong... I don't get it, but whatever. So, I'm hoping... Today's Thursday, right? Yes. So, I'm hoping to use all of that tomorrow. And so, I'm going to have a lot to use. So, not really exciting, but not the end of the world either. With some of the products I already used. I'll figure it out. I hope you like this series of me just trying a bunch of e.l.f. makeup. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.